Hello BBN, Otega Ooway had to make a tougher decision than many imagined. Really? Let's take a look at the news. Subscribe to the channel to receive more news from the Wildcats. That's exactly what Otega Ooway faced in the last few months, and his final decision to return to the Kentucky Wildcats for his final season echoes as a triumph not only for him, but also for the program led by Mark Pope. Although Ooway's return was enthusiastically celebrated by BBBN, the depth of this decision reveals some questions. As pointed out by Matt Norlander of CBS Sports, a respected expert in the world of college basketball, Ooway's decision-making process was marked by unexpected twists and turns. Initially, everything seemed to be heading towards a predictable outcome. Ooway would once again wear the blue and white of Kentucky. However, as the days went by and the evaluations began to emerge, the panorama changed. The young athlete received encouraging feedback about his potential in the NBA, something that, although expected, came with a greater dose of certainty than he had anticipated. This new perspective placed his decision on a more delicate level, transforming what seemed certain into a crossroads of considerable proportions. But what really weighed in at this crucial moment? Among the determining factors was the NIL, which appears as a silent but powerful protagonist. For those who follow college basketball, it is no surprise that the NIL completely revolutionized the dynamics of athlete choices. And in Ooway's case, the Kentucky program offered an extremely attractive proposal. As if it were not enough to be one of the richest and most traditional teams in the country, the Wildcats have a passionate fan base and a structure that maximizes the exposure of their players. This, added to the fact that Ooway was the team's main highlight in the previous season, resulted in a robust NIL purse capable of rivaling the financial temptations of an early entry into the NBA. It's interesting to see how it all came together. On the one hand, the prospect of starting his professional career and earning a place among the stars of the most competitive league in the world was enticing. On the other hand, staying another year in Lexington would allow Ooway to further hone his game under Mark Pope, a coach who has demonstrated strategic vision and the ability to develop talent. In addition, the chance to lead a team full of promising young players and compete for major titles added an emotional layer to the decision. The official announcement brought relief and euphoria to the Kentucky community. For fans, it's confirmation that the program continues to be a magnet for the best talent in the country, even in the face of drastic changes in the sports ecosystem. For Mark Pope, it's further proof that his tenure has been successful in attracting and retaining high-caliber players, solidifying its position as a force to be reckoned with in college basketball. And for Ooway, it's the opportunity to write an impactful final chapter in his collegiate career, while confirming his position as one of the most influential names of the current generation. But it's worth considering. Was this decision really as difficult as it seems? With a truckload of money guaranteed through the NIL and the chance to continue to grow on one of the biggest stages in college sports, it's possible that the pros outweighed the cons more clearly than initially suggested. Still, the maturity and discernment that Ooway demonstrated in carefully weighing his options deserves applause. Not only did he choose the path that seemed most advantageous to him at the time, but he also embraced the responsibility of being a leader on and off the court. The NIL context is both interesting and complex, don't you think? Do we have a new number 9? Let's take a look. Among the most exciting additions is the arrival of Pitt transfer Jaylen Low, whose talent and versatility have already caught the attention of fans and coaching staff alike. With a clear statement of intent, we're going to get number 9. Low not only introduced himself as a new addition to the Wildcats, but also as someone determined to make his mark at Kentucky. Low's arrival in Lexington marks the beginning of a pivotal summer for the Wildcats, who are assembling a roster full of transfers with the potential to make an immediate impact. He joins Denzel Aberdeen from Florida and Jaden Quaintance, formerly of Arizona State, as the first new recruits to step on campus for summer workouts. This trio of talent signals a clear strategy on Pope's part. Bring in experienced athletes, ready to compete at a high level, while making the most of the development period before the official season. Low, in particular, arrives with an impressive resume. During his 2 seasons at Pitt, he demonstrated that he is a well-rounded and versatile player who can influence the game in many ways. As a freshman, he was a key player for the Panthers, averaging remarkable 16.8 points, 5.5 assists, 4.2 rebounds, and 1.8 steals per game. These numbers earned him a spot on the All-ACC third team, a significant achievement for such a young player. Furthermore, his decision to test the NBA draft before opting to continue his college career reflects his ambition and self-confidence, qualities that will surely be valuable in Rupp Arena. Mark Pope has expressed enthusiasm for Low's style of play, highlighting his athleticism and his unique ability to change direction quickly and accurately. Comparing him to an elite running back is a powerful metaphor that illustrates not only his physical agility, but also his creativity and unpredictability on the court. These traits make him a modern point guard who can create opportunities for himself and his teammates, while also being a constant threat on opposing defenses. Pope also sees Low as a player who can push the Wildcats' pace. The coach has emphasized the importance of playing fast, dynamic basketball, and Low seems like the ideal conduit for that approach. His ability to penetrate defenses, distribute the ball, and hit free throws, something he did effectively at Pitt, provides an offensive dimension that Kentucky will need to face the NCAA's increasingly aggressive defenses. The phrase, "Let's go for number 9, is loaded with symbolism. For BBN, it represents the program's pursuit of its 9th national title. An ambitious goal, but one that resonates deeply with Kentucky's culture of excellence. Low isn't just saying he wants to win, he's declaring that he's willing to lead the charge, taking responsibility from the moment he steps on campus. Low's choice to go to Kentucky also highlights the growing influence of the NIL in college recruiting. While the exact amount of his NIL scholarship was not disclosed, it is clear that the Kentucky program, with its vast fan base and financial resources, offered an extremely attractive offer. That, combined with the opportunity to play under Pope's tutelage and compete on one of college basketball's most prestigious stages, likely played a role in the point guard's decision. The combination of experienced veterans like Low, Aberdeen, and Quaintance, coupled with Pope's strategic vision, creates an environment ripe for success. There is still much work to be done, but the early signs are promising. For Kentucky fans, the arrival of Jaylen Low is more than just a guy who will make a difference. He is a guy who is truly Kentucky. I look forward to hearing your thoughts.